Okay, so very well welcome to today's coaching call. So a few hellos. Let me say hi to Daniel in Paris. We got Eamon in Dublin. Barcelona. Mindigus from Northampton. We got who else? Jay Aria from the room in the next room. In the house. That's funny. Arnie Johnny Pedersen from Norway. We got Victor Zeng from Singapore. Wow. Singapore is in the house. We got Salisbury. Tony K is in the house. We have Therese Svensson from Sweden. Welcome. And Amit Ari, my brother from Crawley down the road. Fantastic. So great to see everyone on. I know a few more people will be jumping on, but we're recording now. So anyway, it's all good. So, of course, I'm back with Jay. Actually, we were in Norway last week. So we were doing the cruise, the Norwegian Fjords cruise dream trip, which I have to say was incredible. It's the first time I've done a cruise like on a big cruise ship. And man, I mean, like it was like definitely something that I always wanted to do. This was on my bucket list for years, and it was just spectacular. And actually, so that particular dream trip, what we paid about $4,100 because I upgraded to a balcony stateroom, and most other people paid $1,000 more. Actually, everybody, like what we paid in dollars, they paid in pounds, UK pounds. So it was exactly like $1,000 more because I actually asked a few people on the ship what they paid, and man, we had a like incredible time, and we saved a whole bunch of money. So that was cool, and just such a beautiful place as well. So I would recommend this trip actually, like doing the Norwegian fjords sometime in your lifetime is well worth it. It is just absolute natural beauty at its best. So just thought I'd share that with you. So what I want to do today is I just want to sort of like put it out to you guys as well that if there's any burning questions that you have, any challenges that you've come across, just type them in the chat, okay? And I like do like a little bit like a Q&A, okay? Because you know, I want to find out, you know, like what you want to know, not necessarily, you know, like just tell you what I want to tell you, sort of thing. So let's interact. Can you just confirm that you can see me and hear me okay? Please just type in yes, and we're good to go. Then we'll get started. Now, I've got a couple of questions that some people asked me over the last 2-3 weeks, okay, and I'm going to answer those questions because I think it's quite valuable for everyone to know the answers or my opinion, if you like, on some of those questions. So one of the things that people or someone asked me recently was like, obviously, a lot of people fail in our business, in our industry. You know, like, and in fact, you know, probably just a few percent, if that, sort of really take it to right to the top to becoming like the, you know, the 6-figure, 7-figure, 8-figure earners in our business, in our industry. So, and it's like, what differentiates those people from the ones that don't make it, who struggle, who quit, who, you know, like get frustrated and all that? Because that happens to everyone, of course, even the people who reach the top. And you know, this is something which is very, very important to understand, that our business is like 20% of it is actually knowing, like, you know, what to do in terms of like how you invite, how you know, like what you show people, you know, what type of presentation, you know, answering the questions, answering objections, closing people, and getting them started, and you know, training, plugging them into the training. See, that is mechanics, right? That's mechanics. But really, 20% of what we do is mechanics. And in fact, 80% of it is mindset. It's up here, okay? And when you have your mindset right, and when I talk about mindset, I'm talking about like um, following the common traits of the successful people, the ones who walked the path and created huge success. So, and I teach this time and time again, that there are 5 common traits, for creating massive success. And the first trait is that you have to be hungry. You see, you got to want it bad. I mean, it's like you got to imagine that life. I mean, when I joined this industry 16 years ago, I was like close to $500,000 in debt, working 80 hours a week. I was doing a full-time job in 4 days. 3 days, that was at PC World. That's like a retailer, computer retailer. And then I was working 3 days fixing computers in my own business. I was absolutely exhausted, broke, getting more in debt every single month. And I had enough. And I was super hungry to change that, because I just was sick and tired. And then when I came across network marketing, I just saw it as a massive opportunity, a vehicle where I could actually change the life that I hated, okay? And all I could dream of is creating that residual income and freedom. So like when I went to that meeting, a training meeting where I saw Peter for the first time, Peter Powder, who's a multi-millionaire, back in 2004, and he was making more in a month than most people made in a year, right? And that was passive residual income, while you sleep income. And I just thought, you know what? And I saw someone who was just an ordinary guy, a guy who grew up on a council estate with no formal education, not a professional, no professional background. He was just a normal guy. He'd had jobs as a milkman, security guard, like just normal. His dad couldn't read and write, grew up in a council house, social housing. And I just thought, man, if that guy, who's just a normal, everyday guy, can create that kind of success, man, I just believed that gave me the belief that I could do it. I'm not like being in trying to insult Peter or anything, but he's the one who just gave me that belief. Okay, so that you have to it all starts with the belief that you can do it. You got to visualize the life that you want. I just, and for me that day, I mean, I wasn't looking for, Peter's making like 40,000 euro per month in passive income back then. That was in 17 years ago. I mean, I wasn't bothered about that. I was bothered about making £5,000 a month, or 5,000 a month within 5 years. That was I set my goal there. But what I did is I sort of said, right, I made a 5-year goal. It wasn't like, I'm going to do this for a couple of weeks and then like if it doesn't go great, I'm going to quit. I made a commitment for 5 years. And what happened was it took time. I mean, if I did the same if I started now today, obviously I would get to success quicker because I know what to do. I have the skills. But the bottom line is that, you have to make a commitment. And a commitment is not like just to join and stay in the business for 5 years. You have to freaking do some work on a consistent basis. So first of all, you've got to be hungry. You've got to imagine that life. Just imagine if you reach that money goal. I mean, could be that you won £10,000 a month. I mean, at the end of the 5 years, I was actually making around $20,000 a month in residual passive income, right? So I've by far exceeded my goals and completely changed my life. And, it's given me freedom since 2008, okay, to live my life how I choose, right? When I think that actually I've just come back from that Norwegian cruise, which was my 9th trip this year. And, now, like, even within the next 90 days, I'll be in Dublin, Croatia. I'll be in Los Cabos, Mexico, and Miami, just in the next, never mind the business trips, right? So the thing is, I could never have imagined that 16 years ago when I first started. But what I could imagine was me making 5,000 a month. So I've got all my bills paid, and then I'm living a life of freedom, right? Okay, that's what I could imagine. And I just knew that I had to learn the skills and take the action. So the thing is, like, okay, going back to the 5 traits, the number 2 thing is you've got to be coachable. Yeah, you guys are coachable because you're here. So hats off to you, and you got to remain coachable. I'm coachable. I just signed up for a course today, on learning how to improve my social media skills. And people say, "Oh, you're really good at social media. You got a big following, blah blah blah." Yeah, but the thing is, there's always room for improvement, right? Okay, so this is so it's important that you're always sharpening your saw, always adding new skills, learning. Because the thing is, if you're going to be a network marketer, you've got to learn how to market. Okay, so you got to market your product. You got to know how you market, how you prospect, how you invite people, when you run out of your contacts, what next? There's millions of people out there looking for this, that, right? But it's like, what do you do, and how do you do it effectively, right? So, you have to be coachable, and, that coachable includes going to events. So, you know what? We got boot camp coming up in Ireland on the 7th of June, 7th to the 9th of June. And I'm telling you guys, I mean, like, this is such a golden opportunity. We're gonna probably have about 7,000 people at boot camp. It's gonna be the biggest event in Europe to date. We are like absolutely rocking, right, at the moment, and huge development in like everything. All of aspects of the business have been implemented in the last few months, and are continue to be implemented. Man, you haven't seen anything yet. We haven't even started. We are going into the legacy run, right? Okay, and I'm telling you, there's going to be millions of people join us in the coming years, right? So the thing is, it's not too late. I mean, for me, this is the best time. We took all the pioneering arrows in the previous few years as the company was formulating this business and creating that concentration, solid foundations. So it's like now we are, I mean, people in their network marketing careers look for the holy grail of a company just about to go into the legacy run. I'm telling you guys, we're at the beginning of it, right? So the thing is, now is the time to forget about everything else and realize where you're at and start taking some action. Because the third thing is consistent, persistent action. Yeah. Even if you do just a little bit a day, right? Okay, for me, even if you're part-time, doing 20 minutes a day, which you can share what we have with at least one person a day. You can get one person to watch a video a day. And the thing is, the whole time thing, when people, I don't have any time. It's not that you don't have any time, it's that you're wasting time, right? If I have to shake you up and say you don't have any, you have time. There's 24 hours in a day. Even if you allow 10 hours for work, 8 hours for sleep, that's 18 hours. You got another 6 hours left. Allow for 2 hours eating and spending time with your family, entertainment time. You got 4 hours left, right? Okay, but you see, you're too busy wasting time on you can use these things. The smartphone is either a curse or a blessing for our business. It's a curse in the sense that people just waste a ridiculous amount of time, looking at things, liking, commenting, posting, where you're not making money. It does nothing for you. It doesn't make you money. But then you can also use this as a communication tool where you're reaching out to people all the time. Yeah. I mean, literally, you can, within 30 minutes, just 30 minutes, you can reach out to 20 people easily, 20, 30 people in a day, where you could get 2 or 3 people looking at the video. But the key is consistency. It's not about doing it for 1 or 2 days. It's about doing it every day, consistently, persistently, until you reach your goals. And then when you have an army of people who are doing exactly the same thing as you, right, then that's where you get the leverage. Okay. So the thing is, if you imagine that you have 3 people looking at a presentation, the video presentation every single day, right? But then you have 10 people in your team doing the same. Now you've got 30 odd people looking at the video every day. And then obviously the follow-up process is merely, oh, did you like it? What did you like best? Okay, let me put you on a call with one of our leaders or experts who will answer any questions that you have. And it's the number of times you do that on a repeated basis, right? That's when you will get success and momentum, right? The challenge that you have is, you see, what happens is people are like this. They join, they get excited, and then the thing is, they go and like maybe invite 10 or 20 people, they got 0 results, and then they stop. They start doubting themselves. Maybe someone made a negative comment, yeah, and then you worry about what other people are going to say or what people are going to think. So here's the thing, one of my best bits of advice is, you know what, this whole notion of worrying about what broke people think, or people who don't have the life that you want, worrying about what they think, throw it out the window, burn it. Okay, write it down. I do not care about what broke people think or people who don't have what I want think. Write down a bit of paper and burn it, right? See, the moment you do that, okay, then man, everything will change, because that's exactly what happened to me. And the other thing is that, like, like sometimes, like, there's this, I don't know what it is in our industry, but some people are stupid, right? And they will tell you, oh, you know what, get rid of your friends and family, if they're not interested in the business or like on the same page, don't do that, right? Okay, your friends and family, you love them. You've been with them all your life. Don't build this business in a way where you ostracize yourself, where like they hate you or whatever. You know what? Just have the attitude that I'm going to show everyone, right? And, if they don't like it, it's cool. I still love them, right? Okay. Have that attitude. But the thing is, you got to show them, because the thing is, like me, I'm traveling all the time. I was in Norway cruise last week, and then 2 weeks before I was in Florida, and then I was in Los Angeles, and then the month before I was in Egypt, and then all the other trips. My friends and family know what I do. I showed them years ago. Most of them didn't join, but you know what? I still love them. My brother's with me, my sister's with me, a couple of my cousins are with me. Cool. But the majority of my friends and family didn't join me. I went to a funeral the other week, like actually a couple of weeks ago, and I've got friends and family who I've shown, and they're like, oh, I saw you were in Egypt, and I saw you were there, whatever. They're all watching, right? But they didn't join. So it doesn't matter. I still, love them to bits and still have great conversations with them, and we're still friends or whatever. So don't ostracize your friends, but absolutely, you got to show them what you're doing, because all my friends and family know what I'm doing because I showed them, right? Okay. Yeah. So, but the thing is, once you get beyond your friends and family, once you've truly exhausted your list, and, that will happen eventually. Okay. Then it's a case of, you've got to get creative on how you're going to find people, how you're going to network. Yeah. I see Eamon's on the call, Eamon O'Brien. Eamon is a master of going to business events and like success, mindset events, Tony Robbins and Millionaire Mindset, or whatever. And he networks with people. So he signed up many people that he's met at these type of events, right? That we have other people on the team who is great online, connect with people, engaging with people, and then sending them a message like, like when someone says, oh, what do you do? You say, well, I'm involved in or I'm expanding a really cool concept in travel, having fun and making money, and I help other people do the same. Yeah. and people are intrigued. Oh, how does that work? Right? Okay. And then, you know, you can send them a video link. So like, you know, me personally, I'm using something called Rapid Funnel with Jefferson, which is like, it tracks. So if I send a link, it tells me when they've clicked and watched. But even if you're using something like the 5minvideo.com, or the vacationsooner.biz site, which we've set up, then, you know, I'll say to that person, this is how we used to do it, is like, look, you know, if I send you a link, you know, when will you be able to watch it, right? And then I don't give them a link until they've watched it. And then when I give them the link, I'll just say, okay, let me know once you've watched it, okay? Then we can jump on a call and go through your questions and do a video call. And the amazing thing today is that, you know, you can do video calls using WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, Instagram. I mean, you know, there's so many different ways you can do video calls, right? So when I was on a cruise ship with Jay, that's exactly what we were doing. We were connecting people, engaging with people. Would say, "What do you do?" You know, we'd send them a link, and then we'd say, like, once you've had a look, and we can actually see with the Rapid Funnel thing when they've actually viewed the video, so that we would follow up, okay, with the ones who's actually had a look, and then you jump on a video call, have a conversation, right? Okay, so it's like, that's what you do. But the thing is, you got to do it on a consistent basis. Consistency is key. It's like with anything. So like people say, oh, you know, only people will make it in the industry. Here's the thing, right? Tiger Woods, right, won the Masters the other day. Do you think he has played like thousands and thousands and thousands of rounds of golf, right, to be as good as he is, right? So the thing is, but in the beginning, I'm sure when he first started, he wasn't that great. So like, how many people quit, right, with anything? You know, how many people would buy a set of golf clubs to take up golf and then literally within weeks quit? How many people go to the gym on New Year's, take a gym membership and quit within 2 weeks? How many people pick up a guitar and see people quitting everything? They're not willing to pay the price to get the prize, right? So the thing is, this is a business which requires skills that you learn while you're doing it. In the beginning, it's very, very simple. You just invite people to see what we have following our system, right? So so consistency is absolutely key, right? And the thing is, just sometimes you're going to do this and you're not going to get results. Trust me, I've been there, right? Over my 16 years, I mean, the beginning, the first 6 months, I was really bad, right? Okay. So the thing is, consistency is key. You just got to keep doing a little bit every day. So residual income comes with residual effort. I actually coined that phrase, by the way. So the fourth thing is, you got to be tough, right? You got to be tough, right? You got to be prepared to face challenges. People who are going to say no, people who are going to say stupid things, say that you're stupid, it's a pyramid scheme, all that stuff. It's going to happen, right? So the bottom line is you got to be tough, right? So I was watching a video the other day it was a clip, in fact, after Tiger Woods won the Masters after 14 years, right? So that was like about three weeks ago or whatever. And it was just critic after critic after critic saying that he was done, he would never win, you know, he should leave golf and he should retire, and he's a waste of time, blah, 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 right? So many people, haters, naysayers, dream stealers, right? And, you know, it was funny because they had him watching the clip and whatever, and he was just smiling, right? And you see, you have to believe where you're going to finish, right? And you got to not care about anyone. This is what I'm talking about, being tough, right? Okay. You got to be tough. You got to be resilient. You got to keep going. You got to know where you're going. Otherwise, you're going to just quit and pale into that life in mediocrity, right? Where you're going to be working 40, 50 years of your life for 40, 50 hours a week and just be back in that system, in the cage of modern day slavery, right? So the thing is, you know, you're here because you want more. I know that, right? But the thing is, one thing more is not enough. You see, it's action. Action is what gets you where you want to be, right? That consistent, persistent action, and not caring, having that rhino skin. And the thing is, the fifth thing, you know, the fifth trait of personal development, you got to be constantly working on yourself. The thing is, I don't give a shit what anyone says to me about network marketing. Like, you know, if they're not prepared to look properly at what we have, right? If they have closed-minded views or negative views based on hearsay or whatever, I don't give a shit, right? I mean, trust me, this is where you got to have a posture and a rhino skin. It's like, man, if I had Peter with me now, Peter Powderham, if anybody said to Peter, like, oh, it's a pyramid scheme, or in any way sort of like imply that it was illegal, what Peter will say is that you need to be very careful what you say, because I will take a lawsuit out against you for defamation of character, right? I mean, is that posture or what, right? Because Peter has served on the World Federation Direct Selling Association, UK Legal Task Force, European DSA, right? So the thing is, I mean, he like helped write laws to make sure that it was like a legal entity, you know, the industry, right? So that's posture. So the thing is, stop taking the stupid opinions of people, right, who have no idea about the facts of network marketing or direct selling or multi-level marketing, yeah? Bottom line is, it's a $189 billion industry where you got people like, you know, Sir Richard Branson owns a network marketing company. Warren Buffett has owned network marketing companies. Donald Trump, love him or hate him, owned a network marketing company, big advocate for it. Robert Kiyosaki, big advocate for it, yeah? So these are icons of business and industry, right? Okay. So they're not stupid. They wouldn't stake their reputation on being involved in something which was illegal in any way. So the thing is, you need to posture up, right? And you need to share this with people and educate. See, it's about educating people, right? We educate people. So first of all, you know, we've got the world's leading travel club where people get crazy savings with their membership. And two, we've got the opportunity of a lifetime. But the thing is, it's about education. See, far too many of you, sadly, you think you're just going to share a link with someone, they're going to watch a video and they're going to say yes. It doesn't work like that. See, when they say, I like it, and this is what I like, then it's a process of answering all their questions, get them educated to the point where they can make a decision of yes or no, whether it's them for them or not. If you agree with that, type in agree. So I know I'm on my soapbox a little bit, but you know what? I want you to be better, right? Okay. I want you to be better. Okay. So, guys, so by the way, is there any questions that you want to ask me? If anyone has a question, please type it in now. So I'll be happy to answer any questions. So they're the 5 things, the 5 traits, right? Okay. But if you're new, don't let it faze you. All you've got to do is you just got to invite people to have a look. And then once they say they like it, take them through the process of educate them to the point where they say yes or no. Not everyone, some people will get it straight away. Some of you will have that credibility where when you, like, I mean, Tony K is on here. Tony K basically, you know, like signed up, I think it was 8 people in the first 24 hours or whatever. But because his credibility was so high, right? He literally made 30 or 40 calls, said to people, I'm doing this. Are you in or out? And like, you know, people didn't even need to see a presentation or see a video, right? They just were like, they trusted him, right? That could be you. You may have people in your life where that's the case. Otherwise, it's just a case of consistently sharing the idea. And obviously, the more people you show it on a daily basis, the faster you will compound or compress the time scale where you will get to where you want to be. Okay. So here a question. Are there people who needs a ticket for the event in Dublin? Contact me. Okay. So Vikash has got a couple of spare tickets, okay, for boot camp on the promotional rate. So just reach out to him or me, and I can put you in touch with him. Okay. Um, so the questions are more the business building questions, right? Well, I did show the Gumball presentation. Yeah, that's the one that sponsored me, actually. So the Gumball presentation is amazing. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions, guys, before we wrap up? Because I actually do have another call after this call. Is there any other burning questions? Anything you want to ask me? Okay. But remember, what I was saying earlier, it's about mindset, guys. You got to have your mind right. This is where, I keep telling you guys, and I'll keep telling you until I'm blue in the face, if you're not reading books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, right? And, I have all these books on my phone. How to Win Friends and Influence People, right? Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, T. Harv Eker. The Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. These are the books that actually shaped my mindset, right, over the years. When I wanted to quit 1,000 times in the first year, right, okay, certainly the first 6 months, these are the books that kept me going. I mean, God forbid if I hadn't got into personal development, then I would probably still be working in PC World today, just struggling to pay my debts. So the thing is, you've got to work on that every day, 30 minutes a day. Even if you've got to wake up 30 minutes earlier a day or go to sleep 30 minutes, just if you don't fit that. See, when people want to have that cut body, not like me, of course, I don't go to the gym, but if someone wants to be fit and cut, I mean, my son goes to the gym 3 times a week, right? But he's consistent. He does it every week, right? Okay. So the thing is, that's, obviously when you're working on your body, okay, to get the 6-pack and the muscles and whatever. See, when you read these books on a day-to-day basis, that's like doing the workout for your mind. So you've got a mindset which is like super strong, where you feel you're invincible, where you feel like you don't care what other people think, and that you can achieve anything, okay? Because when you read these books, what you're doing is you're getting in the minds of people who have reshaped the world, yeah, who have created monumental success around the world. You understand? So this is basically what you have to do. That's how you get that mindset. And man, I mean, even today, after all these years, every day I do personal development for a minimum 30 minutes, whether it's reading books, watching videos, audios, or, like I do some form of personal development, positive input every single day, right? And that's what you got to do. And I mean, like my son Jay, who's actually watching as well, he's a testament. I mean, like he would, if I had him here, he would actually tell you that, man, when he started, because I was pounding him, you got to get into personal development, got to get personal development, got it for probably a good couple of years, right? And he sort of took it up properly at the beginning of this year, okay, maybe a little bit before that, and now he's doing it every day, and the change that I've seen in him in the last few months is just remarkable, right? Just after 3 months, right? Okay, and he's getting results. He's doing this. He's actually quitting his job in 4 weeks' time to do the business on a full-time basis, right? He's going to be working with me. So that is what I'm talking about, right? I know you use the 5-minute video a lot, but what is the next thing you use for better presentation, right? So Johnny, just if you go to rapidfunnel.com/World Ventures, this is a prospecting app that, in fact, Jefferson has introduced, working with a company called Rapid Funnel, and it's official. I mean, Wayne has met the founder. Compliance have completely, authorized the use of it. So It's rapidfunnel.com/World Ventures. Okay, so if you check it out, the details are on there. You know, it's like $15 a month with a $1 trial, but I'm telling you, it is a power tool of power tools. So I've got some of the people in our team have already started to use it, and I'm telling you, I mean, we're using it, me and Jay, and Adler's using it, and a few of the team. I know that Nikolai has sponsored like at least 8 people, you know, using this. CTS is the code. CTS, call to succeed. Okay, so guys, I hope that you found today's coaching valuable. Please, can you type in your comments below as to what you thought, because the feedback is always appreciated and needed, just to inspire me to keep going. After 9 years doing this, 9 years every single week when I'm not traveling, I just need to make sure that you know it's what you're looking for. Otherwise, I'll stop. I probably wouldn't have stopped. Okay, but yeah, just give me your feedback as to what you thought of the coaching. And so next week, what's happening next week? Oh, next week I will be here. So I'm traveling back from Ireland that day, but I'll be back for the evening. So, oh, actually, so let's talk about events. So first of all, next Tuesday night, I will be in Dublin. So we're going to do an event at the Hilton Garden Inn, which are a normal venue, One Custom Key in Dublin, okay? And so definitely make sure you get people there, okay? The second thing is the following weekend, 18th of May, there's going to be the US regionals, okay? So I've actually got a few people going to the one in Florida after my trip, okay? And then obviously the boot camp. So it's not too late to book boot camp and promote it. So make sure you do. All right. So it looks like you did